This is another new Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper, Chopper. Grand Rising family, what's happening? I want to finish off this subject of the number one, right? And as it relates to the electromagnetic force, right? We talked about the four forces governing the universe that produces the fine structure constant. We talked about the four codes of the DNA, the A, the C, G, and the T, right? We talked about the 1 over 137, the number representing the fine structure constant. We talked about the chlorophyll, right? That light energy, right? That food, right? That proton that is extracted through the chlorophyll to give the plants its pigmentation, right? And so therefore, we also understood that the atomic makeup of chlorophyll is also the number 137, right? So again, one word, 3 letters, and 7 segments, right? We understood, right, that there was a shared energy exchange in the photon, right, between point A and point B, right? When we divide a circle in half, it's 180. We also understood that the word segments becomes important, and we're going to talk about that one word with 8 segments, right? So let's get it in. This is, right, the breakdown of information that's hidden right in plain sight, where the numbers are merged with the letters, where the letters in the segments merge, right? We're talking about segments, right? One word with 8 letters, right? So the word one is one word, 3 letters with 7 segments, right? One word with 3 letters with 7 segments, right? Again, when we broke that word down in its numeric value, we got 2 numbers, 34 and 16. We're going to focus in on the 16 here, right? Because we were dealing with the 4 forces and its expression through the fine structure constant. We were talking about the 4 codes of the DNA, right? When that bonding produced 3 hydrogens in one arrangement of pairs and 2 hydrogens in the other arrangement of pairs, giving us the number 234, right? So we have here a Yoruba word, a Swahili word, a Zulu word, and an Igbo word. Since we're talking about the number 1, ironically, these words are the utterance that expresses the number 1 in those languages. We have 4 words here from 4 different cultural perspectives, right? In Yoruba, the word for 1 is Okan. In Swahili, the word for 1 is Moja. In Zulu, the word for 1 is Kunye. And in Igbo, the word for 1 is Otu, right? So therefore, we have 4 words with 16 letters. 4 in Okan, 4 in Moja, 5 in Kanye, and 3 in Otu, bringing us to a total of 16 letters. We got the number 16 when we identified the O is a 15, the N is a 14, and the E is a 5, bringing us to 34. We found 3 segments in the N, right? 4 segments in the E, signifying the 34, right? Because 15 is a O is a 15, E is a 5, bringing us to a total of 34. When we reduce it, 1 and 5 is 6, because that's a 15. 1 and 4 is 5, because that's a 14. And the 5 is a single digit, bringing us to the number 16. 16 letters in these 4 words, right? And we got to understand the electromagnetic force, the shared energy. That's why I'm sharing this information with you, right? That's hidden right in plain sight, right? So let's get it in. Let's get it in. The number 34, 3 plus 4 is 7, right? And we have 3 numbers there, 347. When we got to 16, 1 plus 6 is 7, giving us the number 167. Since we had 7 segments, right? And the word segments is one word with 8 letters, right? So when we took the number 347 and subtracted the number 167, we got the number 180, right? The A and the B part of a circle. When you divide a circle in half, it is 180. That's one word with eight letters, and that's the word segments, right? We got this whole data. Remember, I told you there's more here than really meets the eye. You got to look to that which is staring you right in the face, right? We have the photon governing the shared energy between the bond of the photon and the electron. Just like we got a lot of love in our people, we got a lot of wisdom in our people, we got a lot of dedication in our people, but we're not sharing the energy, right? We're not sharing the energy. We have collapsed, right? Like a star depleted of hydrogen, imploding and exploding, right? But we will not share the love. We will not share the wisdom. We covet those things, but we share the negative. We share the negative rather than the positive, right? Or we don't manage the conflict between the positive and the negative to get the best part out of it, right? So that's what I do with these numbers. I squeeze it. I milk it until I get the best out of it, right? Again, we're talking about the number 1. We were talking about the fine structure constant 1 over 137. And it's funny how I wrote this. It looked like an upside down T, right? So we have the A, the C, the G, and the T. 1 over 137, right, is the number for fine structure constant. Can be found literally in the atomic level of your DNA, right? So again, family, if we just look carefully, we can find information that's hidden right in plain sight, and we can teach it to our people. We can teach our people in a new way. We can show them a new way to tap into higher forms of education and bring it over to your people in a gentle and a kind way. This is another New Black World Order.